Why does your boyfriend love saving your ugly photos? He'll take the picture you swear should have never existed and quietly turn it into his wallpaper, then set your barefaced, messy-haired snapshot as his lock screen without a second thought. And no, he's not teasing you. In his world, those imperfect moments carry a kind of emotional trigger that polished photos never could. You might spend half an hour fixing your angle or smoothing a filter, but his favorites are always the little flashes of real life, your cheeks puffed mid-bite, or you half-wrapped in his oversized t-shirt on a slow, sleepy morning. Sometimes it's even that tiny "are you serious right now" face you make without realizing. To you, those photos might look blurry or unflattering, but to him, they're pure authenticity, the version of you that's unguarded, warm, and subconsciously tied to every attachment cue he cherishes. He'll scroll through them when the world feels loud, zoom in and out like he's memorizing details, smiling because each picture feels like a soft reminder of home. He keeps them like little treasures, tiny timestamps of happiness he never wants to lose. Because to him, it's never about saving ugly photos. It's about saving the moments where you look the most like you, raw, genuine, and perfectly imperfect in the way he fell in love with. So next time he sneaks a picture, try not to get mad. He's not laughing at you. He's simply holding on to the girl who, in his eyes, carries a kind of gentle magic she can't see. The girl who feels like the cutest thing in his whole world. Why does your boyfriend always want to be close to you? You probably assume it's just lust, maybe even think he's ruled by whatever's below the belt. But the truth runs deeper than desire, because when a guy keeps reaching for your hand, brushing your waist, or leaning closer the moment you walk past, he isn't just seeking your body, he's seeking emotional validation, a quiet reassurance that the attachment between you is still alive. Men aren't wired to express love the way women often do. Instead of words, they rely on actions, and those touches you think are impulsive are actually intimacy cues that soothe his security system and anchor him back to you. Words can lie and promises can fade, but the body doesn't know how to fake connection. When he gets close, it's not because he wants something from you. It's because you awaken parts of him he doesn't know how to verbalize. The vulnerability, the need to feel chosen, the quiet fear of losing what matters. But that doesn't mean you must always say yes or always say no. A woman who understands her worth knows how to set a pace that protects her boundaries without dimming her love. Intimacy may express affection, but what sustains it is compassion, communication, and the way two people respond to each other when the moment gets real. Because love isn't about matching desire, it's about learning each other's rhythm and choosing, again and again, to move closer rather than away. Why do guys, when they try to comfort you, only say "don't cry" or "I'm sorry"? And the more you hear it, the heavier your heart feels. It makes you think he doesn't care, but that's not what's really happening. He's not ignoring your pain, he's experiencing emotional overload. When a girl breaks down wanting to be understood, his mind immediately shifts into problem-solving mode. Why is she crying? How do I fix this? To him, emotions register as situations that require solutions. So "I'm sorry" becomes his attempt at emotional regulation, his way of saying, "I want your pain to stop." But for girls, the emotion itself is the experience. She doesn't need a fix. She needs resonance, presence, connection. It's not a lack of care. It's a difference in emotional conditioning. His emotional response system moves slower. He goes quiet not because he's cold, but because he's overwhelmed. He grew up hearing "boys don't cry, stay strong, be logical." So he learned emotional suppression to stay composed even when he's hurting. So when you're crying and you ask, "Why don't you comfort me?" his brain freezes. Not because he doesn't love you, but because "don't cry" is the only gentle language his childhood ever taught him. So tell me guys, are you like this? According to psychology, there are 7 signs you have a truly loving boyfriend. First, he thinks of you when you're not there. He'll grab your favorite snack or send you a song that reminded him of you, showing you occupy emotional space in his mind. Second, he doesn't try to win the argument. Even when he feels upset, his priority is resolving the issue together. He'll say, "Help me understand," choosing emotional connection over being right. Third, he does chores without being asked, not as a gesture of help, but because he sees your relationship as a partnership with shared responsibility. Fourth, he listens when you vent, offering emotional validation instead of rushing to provide solutions. Fifth, he isn't afraid to look silly with you. He feels secure enough to be playful in your presence and join your happiness. Sixth, he respects your privacy. He doesn't need to check your phone, and when you speak, he puts his down to stay fully attuned to you. Seventh, he takes care of your well-being in the small, quiet ways. When you're sick, he gets medicine. When you're exhausted, he suggests ordering food. Love isn't a grand moment. It's the steady emotional safety and the certainty that you are chosen again and again. According to psychology, the real reason he wants you so much, and it proves he's in love with your soul, not just your body. You might assume it's pure desire, that physical pull, that constant need to be close, but psychology suggests something far more profound is happening underneath. For many men, that urge isn't about lust. It's an attachment response, the mind's way of seeking emotional safety through physical connection. When words fail, touch becomes his language. His need to hold you, to feel your presence, is how his nervous system calms itself. It's not about possession, it's about reassurance proof that the person who makes him feel alive is still within reach. His words might falter, but his body speaks honestly, because when a man truly loves, his emotions don't just stay in his head, they manifest through his skin, his breath, his heartbeat. That's why being near you isn't about the body at all. It's about grounding himself in the only place that feels real you, the soul that steadies him, awakens him, and makes every part of him believe in love again. When a man truly loves you, let me tell you something. His eyes, his heart, and his energy belong only to you. It doesn't matter who walks into the room or who slides into his DMs, because his loyalty isn't situational, it's emotional. Even when you're at your lowest, doubting your worth, or questioning if you're enough, his heart stays anchored in you. That's the beauty of a man who's emotionally secure. His love is consistent, not conditional. He doesn't need constant attention, because real love isn't loud, it's steady, it's safe, it's quiet. Once he chooses you every single day, even in silence, even when life tests both of you. He will understand the language of your silence, the emotions you can't explain, and he'll love you through it all. So if you have a man who shows up through your chaos, who stands steady through your highs and lows, hold him close, because men like that are rare. They love with depth, they protect with gentleness, they commit with peace. Treasure his presence, for in his loyalty, you'll find calm, in his love, you'll find safety, and in his arms, you won't just feel loved, you'll feel understood, seen, and finally home. According to psychology, here's why your boyfriend is constantly in his head. You've reached the stage where he's not just in love, he's emotionally invested to the point of fear. You might think it's insecurity, but it's not about trust at all. You've become his secure base, the emotional center his mind clings to for safety. When a man truly falls for someone, his greatest fear isn't betrayal, it's disconnection. You might just be laughing at a coworker's joke, but his mind spirals. Who's that guy? What if he's better than me? His heart wants to trust, but his brain keeps scanning for danger, a reflex born from old attachment wounds. His attachment and fear responses are deeply intertwined. When a man is all in, he enters a state of emotional hypervigilance, decoding every tone, every pause, every missed "I love you." It's love mixed with fear, no care tangled with anxiety, the mind's desperate attempt to protect what the heart treasures most. So before you call him insecure, remember this: what you're seeing isn't weakness, it's the tender vulnerability of a man who finally feels something real and is terrified to lose it. Because to him, loving you isn't just joy, it's survival, and that's the most fragile kind of devotion there is.
If your boyfriend is starting to annoy you, congratulations, he's falling deeply in love with you. Here are 3 signs that what feels annoying might actually be his heart trying to tell you he loves you. First, he's a little too invested. He wants to know every detail. What you're doing, who you're with, how your day was. Psychology says this isn't about control, it's about focus. When a man is serious, his world narrows down to one person, you. He notices everything about you, because to him, you are everything. Second, there's the constant contact, his texts, the memes, the random videos he sends. It might feel like a lot, but you've become his emotional home base. That endless stream of messages isn't him being clingy, it's him wanting to stay connected to his favorite person. You're his safe space. Third, he turns into a total goofball. The cool, confident guy you met disappears, and suddenly he's silly, playful, and sometimes acts like a complete child around you. That's not immaturity, that's comfort. When he feels safe enough to drop the mask, you're seeing the version of him no one else ever does. That's not him losing his cool. That's pure, unfiltered trust, and that's rare. 7 signs of couples who are perfectly matched. First, they naturally don't play games. No chasing or ghosting. No pretending to be hard to get. Just 2 people who meet each other halfway. Second, they feel completely safe to be their truest selves. Unfiltered, cozy, dramatic, even a little ridiculous, yet never judged. Third, they act like kids who never quite grew up. One fears the cold, the other the heat, but somehow they fit perfectly in between. Fourth, after every fight, they're always the first to fold. Breaking up isn't even a thought, because they'd rather argue, laugh, and repair than lose each other. Fifth, They throw little tantrums not out of anger, but trust, knowing the other's love will always catch them. At home, they tease and play. Apart, they ache a little in silence. Sixth, they can't help but reach for each other to hold, lean on, or melt into each other's arms as if gravity itself pulls them closer. Seventh, they share everything from small joys to fleeting thoughts. The moment they discover something delicious or delightful, their first instinct is to share it. Because when he sees a video like this, he doesn't just watch, he tags you. That's what love does. It makes sure you never feel left out.